Okay, and we're back with another episode of Awesome Apey Orb. Today we will be seeing if we can squash all those bugs we found in the last episode when we deployed to Quest. Luckily it went as we wanted, where the Quest hit frame rate very easily, so no problems there. That's the kind of problems you don't want because then you run into optimization issues, which are terrible. You have to start gutting the game, things like that. The only issues we ran into were bugs. So a visual glitch, and some random one that we fixed. It was undescribable. I guess I'm not really sure what was going on, but the rotators were weird. And then now we need to do scene. We need to do a scene loader with a fade in, fade out because the loading of the levels causes visual hitches. So we'll be starting with that. We had mostly set that up, but there was not a bug, but I guess the logic in the program wasn't correct. So we'll see if we can get that going, and then we'll see if basically we can get it on Quest working fully functional today. And I think that would be a really good place to stop. So we'll see if we can do that. Thank you for joining, and let's get going. Okay, let me open up this script here. Let me open up Scene Loader because I was curious. We'll start with to do, and then we'll search using, because I was curious when I load a scene, player vision, setup. Okay, so you wait for it to fade out before you do it, so that's correct. I was worried maybe I had coded it differently to where it started loading and then faded you out, and that would cause visual hitches in the loading effect, or in the fading effect, so that's good. That should work. And let's see here. Basically, how do we want it to start? I guess we want it to start... We're going to need it to start in a different version of a loading screen. So we'll copy this and we'll call it like initial loading screen. Because there's something else we want to do in here, basically a plug for the Discord so that people who want to make games can come and join us, which if you haven't joined, it's down in the description below. So that's a good place to meet people, because we'll need some special stuff in here that we're going to set up later. But basically, we want the spawn persistent objects, the player spawn, and then we'll probably want to have a script that basically loads the first scene. Just the world's simplest script. Scene management. It'll just allow you to select what scene you want to load. Okay, and then in start, well, first of all, let's, using Unity Engine Scene Management. And I think that's serializable, so we should be able to set it in the editor. And then we'll want to do scene loader dot load scene, first scene to load dot name. Because it's not awaited. Okay, I don't really care about that. You know, I need to start. I was not here for the streams. I am practicing really hard. Dude, totally fine. Take care of what you got to do. No worries about me. I'm working on a video. I just got all the cameras and stuff set up so that it looks good and professional. So now I'm going to film it and then I'll have to edit it. But hopefully I'll have it out by this weekend. And then I want to do a reaction video to that MetaHuman, the new MetaHuman release. So honestly, maybe I should do that first, because that one's easier. I literally just have to watch the video and comment on it, and then like explain some stuff, I guess. But yeah, go. You can go practice. Good luck, and let me know how you do. Scene loader, load first scene. Okay. So this one will only be loaded once. I need to learn Unity's I need to learn. No, I'm gonna be here until I get on. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Tony. Currently, we're just trying to fix some bugs and make some like visual optimizations. Um, Specifically, we're just making a scene loader that fades in your vision and fades it out. That way, you don't experience visual hitches while the scenes are loading. I need to learn Unity's package manager system, and that way I can make packages. And well, I'm not exactly sure how that would work, so that's something to learn another day. Okay, so it looks like it's not serializable, so I can't do that, but what I can do is make this a string. Because we're just going to get the name anyway. It's just more error prone to do it that way, but that's fine. Because we don't have any designers or anything. I believe the first scene is just called start. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens here. And is this, I need to make this a rift real quick. Make my guardian real quick. Define my play area, which is just going to be this huge circle. That way I never have to see it. Okay, cool. Then I turn make it a rift. Okay. How is the practicing going, Tony? Are you doing well? Okay, so we do initial loading screen. It loads all that stuff in. Huh, weird. Never seen this bug before. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that like name was just gonna give you the name of the object. I thought you had to say like game object name. That's interesting. I didn't know. Message voice. Game's pretty much done though, Tony. I'm just fixing some bugs. Oh my gosh, and now I'm all over the place right now. I'm losing it. Okay. Okay, cool. So we'll want to does scene loader have a Okay, well, let's not worry about that for now. Oh, that's making me create a guardian again. Let's take a look here. So let's see what happens. My UI is not working. Something weird is happening with the spawn persistent objects. Let me pause it there. So for some reason, these are happening twice, and I almost wonder if it's... I almost wonder if it has the order. I wonder if these are created automatically, because I'm certainly not creating these. So they must be being created automatically by one of these menus. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the order is what I mean. Let's do it again. How strange. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, give me a second here. The quest is really messing up. It's making me create a guardian each time, so I'm gonna create this one last time and then I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it off so that I literally never have to deal with this again. That's okay, no worries, Oculus. I got you. Alright, no more guardian. Thank you. Trying to fix a bug here. Hopefully this is not okay, and let's see. Let's make this a rift one more time. And that should be the last time we have to do it. And then we'll be able to get going. You mean the game music, Tony? Okay, no problem. So I made the classic mistake of playing the Unity editor while setting it up as a link or as a rift. So now I just need to restart real quick. Yeah, I like the music. I like the music in the other levels too. They're not as like cheery as the first world, but I think they're pretty fun. Like it gives each one its own vibe, I think. Okay. Okay. Okay, so okay, more Unity bugs, no worries. Let's take a look at this one. It won't let me add a script. Okay, just some sort of clicking bug. Okay, don't care about OVR manager, so let's get rid of that one. Wow. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. Maybe another restart. I need to add a script to this, but that button is not working. So let's just go ahead and see if we can restart it again. No worries, Unity. No worries, Oculus. We'll handle it for you. I guess I've never used the newest version of Unity before. I guess I didn't realize that it was going to have so many bugs in it. In my mind, that wasn't really a thing. Okay, cool. So we can't do that. That's fine. Maybe. Hopefully we can solve it another way. Oh, this happens in Awake, so I shouldn't have needed to do that anyway. Let's see here. Alright, so it fades in nicely. That's all good. The hands are on. So it's one or two things. Well, I guess everything is kind of just broken. Because you would think the grabbing would work. Okay. Oh, it's so, how strange. And if I start, let's start on the start and see what happens. The laser's here. These work. So it's really the scene loading that breaks everything. The buttons are still working, so it's that the joysticks no longer work, and nor does the UI laser and whatnot. Basically, everything just kind of breaks as soon as you load a scene, which is really strange because I was loading scenes earlier. But it all works initially. So this is a really weird, this is a really kind of interesting bug we're running into here. Is there something different we're doing in Scene Loader that we weren't doing before? I'm just searching around for where this bug might be. We're not doing anything different than we were doing before. Which is why I find this so sort of bamboozling, I guess is a word for it. Let me see if I can attack just one issue, the UI laser. Let's hop in here. Loads up nicely. I'm able to click a level, it fades out, it fades back in. What does that leave us with? Because clearly the UI laser does not work. So what do we have in here? That's all set nicely. Let me do something before I forget. Well, let Let me take a look at the player prefab. And let me look at ball center. Let me make it just a little bit bigger because we were having problems with it for some reason. You're trying to create... You're trying to replace or create a prefab from the instance joystick right that references a missing script. This is not allowed. Oh no, what script was this? Oh no, I have no idea what script that was. It had to be either... I don't know, but let's just remove it. And we'll see what that breaks, and then maybe that will tell us. Alright, let's hop back into this. Okay, so we have two of these things, which is not good, clearly. I don't know why these are being spawned, and I don't know why this is... Yeah, I wonder who's creating those. That's probably the problem. That's probably the UI problem. It's the fact that both of these are being created. Like both of these are probably being created, then these are being created. These are probably set as the ones that the menus use. So then when I destroy these and just use these, it probably results in nothing. But why was that not a problem before and why is it a problem now? I don't know that part. But let's take a look here. Okay, the joysticks seem to be working fine. Okay, it looks like that is the problem. It looks like during the loading screen it must. 2 event systems in the scene. Please be sure there's only one. Okay, well, if I want to be sure of it, then maybe stop spawning it without asking me, Unity. What's wrong with you, Unity? Yeah, okay, so that's the problem. For some reason, I think Unity's trying to do a nice thing, and they're saying, like, hey, we realize that there's a menu in the scene. You should probably... They're like, we realize there's a menu in the scene. Why don't you... We'll spawn it for you. We'll spawn the interactors for you. And I said, no, Unity, I don't want that. Let's put those first, and let's see what happens now. It has to be an order of events. Okay, cool. So that should be good now. Alright, this is working. Fade out. Fade in. Still working. Fade out. Fade in. Great. Okay, perfect, actually. Oh. Dang, Osgood. Greg. Okay, awesome. So that's really good. That's some good progress on that one. I wonder if there's a way... to always ensure that this is... Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. So that's good on that part. Oh wait, no it's not. There's some more I need to do here. I need to turn off the particle effect that follows you around. And I need to turn off the particle effect that follows you around, and I need to turn off your gravity when you enter a loading screen. So basically on that one, okay, so first of all you have player. We'll pretty much just want to turn off basically I just want to turn use gravity off. Here, wait a second. Is there a... Okay, so I want to turn this off. So I guess in ball movement, so first of all, let's take a look at scene loader and see if there's any actions we can subscribe to. We basically want to say like, Tony, is it still you in here, or is it someone else? And if it's someone else, welcome. On exited loading screen. Okay, so I'm just creating 2 more hooks here. That way the ball movement can subscribe to it. On entered loading screen. Entered loading screen. Exited loading screen on exited loading screen. Cool. And then we'll want to okay. So that's good. Now I won't use gravity, but then there's this thing that follows the player around. Air particles. Hmm. And we'll either want to turn these off. We'll either want to turn these off or put them in the scenes. Let's just go ahead and turn it off for now. Although I think I'm probably gonna... hard to say. Okay, whatever. Scripts. Effects. Air particle effect. Air particle effect. I also just realized we forgot to take these, copy them, and put them down here. Okay, and then we'll go into air particle effect. Okay, very cool. So that should be good on that one. but let's see. I believe it was because of that it wasn't loading in the next scene. Okay, well, at least one of them worked. Alright, good enough for me. Okay, very cool. So it looks like that is all pretty much working now, so that's cool. And by pretty much, I mean it is. Let me unplug this, because my phone should be charged enough. Oh, and then, let's see. Oh yeah, I did want to fix, the finish line had like a weird visual glitch. Let me look at the to-do. Scene loader with fade in, fade out. I don't know about this visual bug. That's probably the last one we're gonna have to try to figure out. And okay, yeah, so there's really only like a couple more bugs. And we might have already finished one, but I want to finish it a little, I want to solve it a little more robustly. This finish line for some reason, so on Quest, I suppose the depth buffer, or the depth, I suppose it would, yeah, I believe it's called the depth buffer. But I'm sorry, I'm getting confused over names here. But essentially, Unity sorts things by depth, but there's only a maximum amount of resolution they have on that depth, and as you get farther away, that resolution gets more and more. So the objects, and to not z-fight, need to be further and further away from each other. So this UI was too close to that one. But I'm thinking I can probably just hit this with the all Pro Builder eyes. And then I can probably hit it with the all. Oh. Delete face. And I think I can just move this back in here. But then we'll probably want to take this and make it and just make it like that instead. And now there shouldn't be any possible Z fighting. I just didn't want to deal with that. It seemed like it would be kind of annoying. Maybe it looks slightly worse with the not rounded edges, but I'd rather just get that done. Okay, so that's all pretty good. And then I think what we did, we were trying to test what the actual problem was with the visual glitches on this checkerboard, and to do that, I believe that I must have fixed the World 1 checkerboard world space. I must have fixed the UVs, and I was trying to see if that would work. Oh, but let me, before we start, let me just make sure that this works now. Let me do that one more time. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, that was from the initial loading screen. Interesting. It was quick. Okay, this error particle effect is kind of annoying me. I think what I'll probably do first of all, let's and then let's go ahead and delete it off of the player. And let's go in here, and for the air particle effect, we'll do a void update player.head. And that should work. Maybe we need to do this in late update. Okay. And then I don't think we need any of this anymore. Just a quick check there to make sure we don't have any problems. And then we're just going to put this in each scene. Which will take a minute, but it's better than the current way I have it, I believe. At least it's less annoying, I'll say. 2, 3, 4, 5, level, 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 level. Air particles, air particles, air particles, air particles, and air, and air particles. Okay, cool. So that should be good. We also, you know what, I did like it. I actually did like it in the 4th scene as well, so we'll open that up. And put it in all of those real quick. Level, 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 level. Very cool. Okay, so that should be good. And was there anything... I guess I should try this initial loading screen again. Okay, very cool. So that's going well. Okay, so then let's take a look. We can probably, honestly, this is probably good. We'll need to figure this out. We should probably do this one. Advertise the stream in Discord somewhere in there. Let me think. Yeah, we can do that now. We can do that now instead of fixing the bug. So basically we just need this initial loading scene. We basically need a, I guess, UI canvas. We don't need any scene. We don't need this either, or this really. All we're gonna need is to put a text under this. And that will be a TextMess Pro. And we'll call this, I guess, first message. And for vertex color, we can lower the, cool, figured. I believe it's 0.001 on that one. Utility theming, models, menus. Let's call it plug Discord menu. Plug Discord menu. Plug Discord menu. Very cool. Unito. Very cool. Plug Discord menu, and then basically in the start we'll want to say transform.position equals player.head.position plus player.head.forward transform.look at player.head.position. Should work. Except for some reason it is always turned around. I don't know why these menus have I don't know why these menus are always turned around like that. But that should work now. So let's see. Oh, it did not work. Who's doing this? Substance. Substance so annoying. I see. So let's see here. In ball movement, we subscribe to the scene loader. So it doesn't, basically the physics don't get turned off for the first scene because it has not yet entered a scene loader. Or a loading screen, sorry. So I basically just need a way to I could just hard code it, I guess. But is that really the best move? Okay, I'll probably just hard code it, but let's think if there's a smarter way to do it. On enable. Now I'll just hard code it. If scene loader dot cursing name equals, what was it called? Initial loading screen. RB dot use gravity equals false. All right, now let's see if this works. Basically, I just turn gravity off only if it's the initial loading screen. Hey, it's falling again. Oh, that's weird. So there must be some order of events problem happening here. It just returns the active scene name. It is called initial loading screen. Initial loading screen. Okay, spelled correctly. Really? Let me log this and see what it says it is. Okay, cool. So that's kind of interesting. Now let's see. Now I'm curious here. My Google Assistant turned on for some reason, and all right, let's see if it is turning it off, because if it is, then it means someone else is turning it on, which is probably the case. We probably didn't have to wait for all the scripts to reload to do that, but okay, so someone else is turning its gravity on. When is on respawn called? Okay, so I think this is it. It's spawning. Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's spawning in on enable. It's telling it to turn the gravity off. Over here, then it spawns in start. And when it spawns, it does an on respawn. And when it on respawns, it sets use gravity to true. So that makes sense. It's just an order of events problem, I suppose. And so to fix that, basically, on respawn, oh, interesting. I mean, of course, you can just hard code something here real quick, but I think that's probably not the move. When it respawns, you could check in on respawn if it is a loading screen, but that doesn't sound awesome. Yeah, I'm like, sorry, I'm like weirdly. And welcome to whoever just joined. We are creating a game called Awesome Apey Orb, and essentially we're trying to figure out how to get the scene loading working right now. We're just having a problem with the gravity here. Um, the player's using gravity when they shouldn't be. And it's an order of events problem, so let's see. But it's kind of, I know how to solve it, it's just an interesting problem and how to solve it correctly. Oh, hey Matt. What's up? What's PEMDAS? I feel like I know the word, but I don't know PEMDAS. Is that like a computer science term? Okay, yeah. Order of operations. Yeah, so okay, so sorry, I didn't think someone with some computer science. Essentially, I'm having trouble here where I'm trying to make the player not use gravity when they're in a certain scene, but and I kind of just hard coded it, which wasn't the best way to do it, but I didn't really care. To say like, hey, when they start, if they're in this screen, don't use gravity. And the problem is when they respawn, it tells them to use gravity, and the respawn will be called after they start. So it, even though I'm turning it off, it just starts it. I and I'm trying to think of it. If you can think of a good way to, like an actually good way to solve it, like obviously I could take this if statement and just put it in respawn, and then don't use gravity if it's true. But that's obviously not very awesome. Hmm. But I guess I also am not so sure I care because at this point we're not adding anything to the game. The game is done, so I guess I can hard code a few things and it won't really matter. So let's just go ahead and do that so we can move on from this. How's it going? How's it going, Matt? We'll just say, yeah, we'll just put it here. This is terrible. Okay, cool. Terrible, but effective. So let's see now. I don't know if you've seen the game in a while. I tune in. It's a good happy Friday. Yeah, that's true. It is Friday. You have any cool plans for the weekend or anything? Um, are you guys and you guys are all still in Atlanta, right? You must be. I can't imagine. Of course, you guys didn't like all move to one city and live together. I mean, I guess it could have happened, but it seems unlikely. I tune in during work sometimes to hear your voice. I didn't know you were tuning in. That's awesome. Thank you. You should say something when you join, cause you live with, yeah, you live with Thomas and you live with Jack, and do you also live with Levine? Isn't it like you, Jack, Levine, and Thomas in a house together? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been I've been meaning to, if YouTube goes well or if I just end up just getting a normal job, I'll probably move back to the city so I'll be able to hang out with you guys. Not with Levine and Jack, just Thomas and some other young guy. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought you guys all lived together. I guess because you guys all joined the stream at one point, like very close to each other. Okay, cool. I'll show you the game. I guess you haven't seen it in a while. Is Shane from New York or did he just, or did he, um, oh, dang it. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Do you know if he's liking it up there? It seems like a cool place to live. I always wanted to move there I wanted to move there like in my 40s when I'm old enough to be kind of chic and fashionable. But yeah, it didn't necessarily seem like a place to go when you're younger. Okay, so anyway, you have this level select. Let's say this one. I got some new environments. So you roll up. Oh, and if you're bad, you fall. Okay. Respawn, go back to this menu. Let me do an easy one to show you what else I did. So level 1. Roll over. Your time for the level. Your time on the leaderboard. I think I'm Greg right now, so I do actually hold the best time on this. Oh, and yeah, it says your best time down here. So then you go to the next level and you can play it. Go back to the main menu. But yeah, so it's coming along real nice. We're about to release it. So, or I guess if you've been tuning in, you probably have seen some of this other stuff. But we also got a space background for this one. So that's cool. And this one is a cool background. Oh, let me find a level that shows it. This isn't... Okay, cool. So this one's a cave with some lava. No. But it all came together pretty well, I think. I'm pretty happy with it, at least. Okay, cool. Right now I'm just making a plug. I'm not doing anything crazy right now. I'm just gonna make a plug for my Discord, basically saying like, hey, if you want to make games, join this Discord. But I guess I don't really know what I want to say or how to say it. I guess I want to say like this game was made in a month, fade out, fade in a new message. This game was made and released in a month. Or something like, what do I want to say? I guess thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. I guess if you can help me, I'm basically trying to convey the idea that if you have any ideas for it, it's basically like as soon as you load into the game, it's going to show you like 3 flashes of text that say something, and then it will just load you into the game. Because the game's free, so they can at least look at my plug. But I guess I'm trying to say like join my Discord if you want to learn to make games like this. I guess I could just say want to learn to make games like this, join our Discord. You'll be happy you did. But or I could say like learn to make games with us. No, I mean it's really important. This is like a whole I feel like it has to convey, it has to not be weird, and it has to be, I could just say like learn to make games with us, happy face. Learn to make games with us. We made this game. Learn to make games with us. We made this game. And then I need to somehow, or I could say link to the Discord in, I guess I could probably put it in the project description when I submit it to the App Store. So I could say like link to Discord in, okay, cool. Learn to make games with us. Learn to make games with us. This is text to show up during the game. I thought you meant you were going to link the game in a Discord and tell people to check it out. Yeah, I'm trying to like, because the game is going to be free. I assume people are going to want to play it. It's going to be one of the few games out for Oculus App Lab. So it'll probably at least be intriguing enough for people to play it. And so I want them to see it and think like, oh, I should join their Discord. You know, I should join this Discord and learn to make games, essentially. So I just need to be convincing. Learn to make games with us. We made this one. Discord link in description. And yeah, so it's going to be showing up on the initial loading screen. And all the other loading screens won't have it, but just the first one. I guess in the store description, in the I guess I'll make it obvious somewhere. I'll say store description. What would be like the easiest place? Let me see. So the way people are going to find it is with SideQuest. I think you can now sort by App Lab. Cool, looks like people are already putting up some games on here. That's good. Okay, and then if they see it, they'll click it. And see this. Okay, so I guess I'll just want to put it right here. Learn to make games with us, Discord description. But how do I get this game? And then I guess I can put it here as well. Okay, cool. I'll just put it all over the place, basically. Yeah, and the idea, Matt, is that if people join the Discord and have fun in there, that they'll subscribe to the YouTube channel and then hang out with me while I make games. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's good. Then extension methods. Do I have a text mesh pro U? And now I'm just writing functions for fading in the text and fading out the text. And I'm making them extension methods. That way I can use them across all of my projects instead of just the one. Public static async unitask fade in this text mesh pro. And honestly, I probably shouldn't put it here. I should probably put it somewhere else. But that would be perhaps a little annoying to have to do. It's really annoying trying to keep all your packages straight. Let's see. Fade in. Yeah, I really don't think I should put it here. But I don't know how to... Okay, cool. So then, once we go back to the other one, find some sort of fade. Basically just copy all that. Come back here. Shit. Paste it. Name this correctly. Get rid of volume because that doesn't matter. Get rid of this. Well, actually, we'll keep it. Get rid of that. And I don't know how closely you're watching that, but if you have any questions about what I'm writing, let me know. Okay, and I think that this would better be served, now that I think about it, by a canvas group. So we'll change it to that. Alpha plus equal, okay, so we're going to use canvas group instead of text, and that's really just because that's how you would normally do it with UI. You don't want to change like the color of the text. You want to change like and you'll see how canvas groups work in a second here. That should work just fine. Okay, cool. So let's copy all this. Get rid of it. Come over here. Toss it in here. First message. Second message. Third message. Cool. So now here we'll basically just want to do get rid of that, come back here. And then we'll want to do hey, Brandy. Maybe over 1 second. Let's make that 1 for now. Okay, so wait for that to fade in. Await uni task. Dot delay times dot from seconds three await first message dot fade time. And let's actually do this instead and give it a canvas group CG, because I don't want to write this that many times. Okay, so we'll want to do fade in, out, first message. Await, fade in, out, second message. And await, fade in, out, third message. This probably all makes sense to you guys, but if it doesn't, let me know. Okay, so that should be good. Except I should probably do this. Okay. And then we just need to set these things up real quick. Turn all these on. Give them all canvas groups. Turn them all down there. And then come here, do first message, second message, third message. All right, and now let's take a look and see how that looks. Oh, forgot to turn off load first scene. Okay, very cool. So there's my plug, nice and successful, and then we can hopefully get a bunch of people joining the Discord, which would be really cool, I think. It's really fun to make games and learn games together. So that should be cool. I did think it looked a little like not sharp or something. I swear it's not. I swear there's gotta be a way to make it sharper. The whole point of TextMesh Pro is to look sharp, so... Huh. I don't know why it's not working. Or why it's not sharp, I guess I should say. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but we actually have another problem. When you put it on... Alright, waited some amount of time, fade in first message. I think this will fix it. Restart that real quick. How strange. When the object gets set in the scene, sorry, when the canvas group gets set, for some reason it carries that out of the scene, which I have not seen before. So let's remove the canvas group from the object. And let's put them under these. And let's set these to 0. And let's reset this. See if that fixes it, because it's really weird for it to do that. That's not really how Unity works in general. Learn to make games like this. We made this one. Discord link in the store description. I forgot to pause it during it. Learn to make games like this? Off. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like it had something to do with... Wait, is it still running? Interesting. It's still running this even when it stops. Really weird. Really weird indeed. Alright, that's fine. I don't think that'll affect the actual game itself, so we won't worry about that. Let's just call this done. Okay, now we'll get back to bug squashing. So let's go and check the game now. Let's see how it runs on the Quest. So for that, we will... Oh wait, no, my bad. We're not done with this yet. We need to hook up load first scene with this thing. Okay, and then here, I guess we'll have some sort of undone. Okay, and then in the scene, load first scene and start, we'll have a public, what was it, plug Discord menu. Plug menu. And in start, we'll say plug menu plus equals oh, it doesn't like the lambda expression, huh? Okay, fair enough. We'll just do it like we've always done it, though it does not really matter on this one. Oh man. Would the lambda expression work here? Let's see. Oh, it totally works. Dang it. I didn't need to make that after all. Well, let's just do this to prove a point. Well, no. Okay, because we want to minus it. And I don't think that would work with the lambda expression. Oops, my bad. You're not actually calling the function, you're just adding it. Okay, and let's see if this works now. These objects are now tied pretty closely to each other, but that doesn't really matter. Not at this current stage we're at. Okay. Learn to make games like this. We made this one. Discord link in the store description. Heck yeah. It's kind of cool too, honestly. This level was always deceptively hard. But it's very doable. Okay, very cool. So let's see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn Oculus Link off. Turn Oculus Link off, and we will build for it. Set this to be the first one. We will build and run. And while that's happening, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but it should take a few minutes anyway, so... Oh, okay, good thing I didn't leave too early. Good thing I didn't leave too early. We need to sign it. Every time you reopen the Unity editor, you'll need to re-put in the password, which, fair enough. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, it should be built, and let's see. It appears that it is, and it only took 3 minutes. That's not too bad for a first build, actually. The next ones should take less time. So let's jump right in there. Oh, and see how it is. What was it? Oculus / stream? Well, cast? Okay, cool. It's all nice so far. Okay, awesome. Oh yeah, sorry, you guys can't see. Is it casting? I believe it is. Okay, awesome. So we'll get rid of that, then we'll... It might ruin frame rate a little bit, I have to say. How do you... Okay, cool. So let's go to one that would be hard to load. We fade out. We fade in, all is well. Fade out. Fade in. Great. Wow, no! So you see we're still having those visual bugs. And we're still having it on this one as well. I believe you guys can see this. So this is what I'm talking about with the visual bug. I truly don't really know what's happening with it. So that's really the only thing left we have to figure out. And I think it's on a bunch of the levels too. Oh, the nice news is the finish lines look fine now. That all works nicely. This is not broken anymore, so that's good. Let's do the most demanding level. I believe it's this one. No, this one's fine. This one? And it is fine. It doesn't even have to jack the CPU up at all. Everything runs perfectly smooth. Great, great. This is all really turning out really nicely. So, oh. Till you fall like a jackwagon. Looking at it now, I should have increased the resolution of the cube map. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. Actually, I got this one from someone else, I think. I don't even think I took a picture of this one. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so basically all is well except for that visual bug, and once we finish that, bug squashing will be done. The problem is I don't really know how to. I do think that my head is itchy. Okay. I do think maybe visual bug. Okay, cool. So we're really getting down to it here. I still don't want to put hands in. I don't really care to do that. Because I just think they'll figure it out, and I just think it's a whole lot. Or maybe they won't figure it out. Because I just don't want to like have to attach the hands to the joystick. You know what I'm saying? That seems like a whole annoying thing. I guess I could just give them little circle hands. Like just little spheres. But that might just degrade the game. I wonder if I can find like little hand models. Alright, we don't need to be worrying about that right now. Protocol effects for environments, snow for World 2, Rising Dust for World 3, visual bugs in a tab lab. Don't let them go to the next level before beating the game. You know what I should have done real quick? I should have checked what levels don't have that problem and which ones do. But I think I did check that. Let me do it one more time just to make sure. Well, that... Yeah, I'll probably have to do that real quick. So we finish that visual bug, then we don't let them go to the next level. Then we beat the game in Submit to App Lab. If we finish this visual bug and this, and we still have like 2 days left, then we'll work on these two. But otherwise, we'll just go straight to that. Okay. Learn to make games like this. We made this one in a month. We made this one. So, level 1 does in fact have a visual glitch. Level 2 does not appear to have that same visual glitch. Does not appear to have that same problem. Okay. Oh, man. Level 4 does not have that problem either. Level 5 does have the problem. And is it just the end part, or is it just because that's far away from me? Does not appear to be getting better as I get closer. Wait. No, it did. Interesting. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. I forgot to cast it. Let me go back to level 1 again. I guess I thought maybe it was distance oriented, the bug. But I think level 1, it has it real close, right? Huh, weirdly only at glancing angles. Okay, let's see. So let's see what their materials look like. I almost wonder if it has to do with the thinness of it. Well, let's see. Okay, so this one's thin. Checkerboard World 1 green. And there's really only this one material, Checkerboard World 1 green. And it uses it as a mesh collider. And there's anything weird about the object besides that. And it is by world space. So let me write these down real quick. Well, I guess I really only have to know that it's by world space. Or that the faces, the UVs are in world space. And it does render it via the UVs. And it does render it via the UVs. Okay, let's go check out the other one. World space. What about the closer ones? World space, world space. And maybe there is something to be said about the fact that they are skinny at the end here. Surely they're fairly skinny. And they're using, basically what we're trying to do is just define like what characteristics the things that are messing up have. That way we can look into those and see if that's the problem. World 1 checkerboard green. The thing is, this is really skinny as well. Well, actually, it's not that skinny. I mean, I think it's skinny. It's also in world space. Although, is it really? Because look at this. I mean, what is that? It's clearly not in world space. Okay, so then okay, so then all right, and let's just try two things. One, we'll make it thicker. Make it like way thicker and see if that helps. Okay, so on the first level we'll try that, and on the fifth level we'll try creating a new material. what was it? I had this. Okay, so there's some sort of bug here with this shader graph as well. The problem is, and hey, to whoever just joined, we are trying to solve a visual bug in Awesome Apey Orb, where essentially, I guess when you're looking at something, it looks like it's shuddering. It's not Z fighting. It's not anything like that. It seems to be some sort of, what would you call it? Like resolution problem, perhaps, with the, I don't know. I don't know exactly. It appears to have something to do with how far away it is from you, although that's not really true on a case-by-case basis. So, let's see. The problem is you can only see it when you deploy it to the headset. In the editor, everything looks fine. So I'm just testing a few things here, like making the objects thicker and doing world space instead of object space rendering. Okay, unfortunately, Unity has pretty much decided that this swizzle thing does not work, because I can't set this here. So that's not cool, because it's kind of a blocking bug in what we're trying to do here. I wonder if I can make my own swizzle. I wonder if I can, like, what would it be called? Split. Put this into that, delete this, get rid of that. There we go, take that Unity. Try to give me bugs so I can't work. And whoever joined, did you have you made games before? Are you looking to make games, or what's your reasoning? Or you just thought the game looked cool? So let's attach the shader that we just made. Green checkerboard world space. Okay, cool. And then we'll go back to the scene and we'll put that on this object. This one was getting the visual glitch. When you were in there, you could see it was visually bugged. So let's go ahead and toss it on those and see what happens. Okay, and then we'll build again. So this process will take a minute. So there's time to ask questions in there. Initial loading, okay, cool. And this is the problem really with, sorry, let me make sure this has the quest first. And this is really the problem with mobile development. This is why it's kind of a little more annoying than PC development, is when you find a bug, you have to like continually deploy to that device to test for it, which is obviously not super awesome. Let's see here. Oh, and I need to quit out of this last version that we were running. Actually, let me show you the visual bug real quick. I think I can. Can you see? Yeah, okay, cool. So that's what I'm talking about there. It's this weird, like, jittery looking thing. And who really knows why that's happening? I don't. My two theories are that maybe the object is too thin, or that... I do think it's a little weird that it happens right up into the it hits this red object here. Well, no, it's still happening on the edges past the red object. Anyway, let's go ahead and quit that. So let's see. Now let's build. Refresh. Wait for it to refresh. Alright, come on. What's going on here? Be nice to me, Unity. Why you treat me like this? There we go. And we'll build and run that. So now would be a good time for questions, or to just have a nice conversation, I suppose. But yeah, the game's going pretty well. We are basically done. After this visual bug, there's really not a lot left to do except submit it to App Lab, so that should be cool. Who is it in the chat, by the way? Have you been here before, or is it someone new? Looks like it's getting close to finishing. Man, for some of the stuff I've made, the build times have been upwards of like 6 minutes. And I'll tell you, it's horrible. It's so bad. Like, truly not fun at all to make. Wow. Okay, so it looks like it did complete and succeed. So let's see if either of those things that we just did help solve the issue. Yeah, let's see if they help solve the issue. Okay, it's still casting. Let me pull that up. Okay, so let's go to World 1. I'm still getting the visual bug. Right on the edge there, which again makes me think it's a thinness problem. Let me jump off and see what happens. I think it might be a thinness problem. Because it gets worse as you get further away from it as well. But that doesn't really make sense. I don't know why that would be the case. Let's see. And it did not help it to change it to world space over here. If I look back, is it bugged out over there? It's not. It feels like it must be some Pro Builder problem. I was using Pro Builder to make these maps. Okay, cool. So let's see here. Let's put this back because the world space didn't help. That URP does not set the MSSA. Well, now I don't know if I've set it manually. I believe that I have. It's set, but now I don't know if I trust that. Now I don't know if I trust that. I don't know if they mean that it doesn't set from their thing or if it doesn't set from SRP Batcher. If it doesn't set from their thing or if it doesn't set from this. I guess I'm gonna assume that I think I would have noticed if I didn't have any anti-aliasing by now. And all this should already be set. Oh, you know what I could do? I probably could lower this. Okay, because essentially, when you're working... Google, stop it. Okay. If it is a depth buffer problem, then let's see here. Okay, if it is a depth buffer problem, then when you're working in a scene, you basically have a depth buffer that's accounting for the depth of objects from here to here. Let's say that you have a camera over here, right, and it's looking through the scene like this. So you have like this wide of a scene. The reason you assign depth is to make sure that objects that are in front of other objects don't get rendered behind them, right? So if I have like a square here and a bigger square here, I don't want to see this part of the bigger square. I want it to be occluded by this smaller square, right? So you assign depth values to the objects, and then this one will render in front of that one. The texture, so basically then you have like a 16-bit value that will assign a float depth to the objects in the scene. Sorry, I'm explaining this kind of poorly because I'm like rehashing it in my brain as I'm doing it, if I'm being honest. Okay, basically you're all of that is going to be encompassed by like a 16-bit number or something like that. I think that's the usual resolution for a depth buffer. So then if you have a space that's say like 1,000 meters long, and what does 16 bits go out to? I don't know, some number. It's basically that number divided by 2 to the 16 is the resolution that you have. So if I make this view distance smaller, if I make this like 500, now I'm going to get more resolution out of it, because now instead of 1,000 divided by 2 to the 16, it will be 500 divided by 2 to the 16. So if it is a resolution problem, we might be able to fix it that way, which would be pretty cool. Let's keep looking through. We might also just be able to increase the resolution of the depth buffer. Like, I've really never seen this problem before. Do I have? I'm just resetting this stuff to what I had it at before. Okay, cool. Should I make this thicker? Okay, very cool. So I guess this time let's take a look at if enabled, the depth buffer elements will be discarded rather than resolved. This is an optimization that can possibly break rendering in certain cases. Vulkan only. Don't believe I'm using Vulkan. Let me go check real quick. No, we're not. Okay, we're not using Vulkan. Cool. And multi-view is set. Okay. Let me think real quick. What were the two things I wanted to try? One, I guess let's put this to multi-pass to try that. And then the second one was lowering the cameras. Oh yeah, we were in player. We were looking at the camera. Doesn't render shadows. Okay, and then let's make this. I don't think I have any levels that are bigger than like 250, but let's make it 500 and see if that helps. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and build again. So we're testing two things. A, is it multi-view, and B, is it the depth texture resolution? Actually, you know what, while we're testing, let's go ahead and make the camera 200, I guess. And that's obviously too low, but it'll tell us, it'll give us a better sense of whether or not. It'll give us a better sense of whether or not that's the problem. Oh, and now we wait again. Well, let's log what we've already done. World space. Okay. Okay, very cool. Let's hop in here. Game starting. We will cast to the computer. Okay. Let's check out World 1. What did we do? Multipass and... Dang, that does not bode well. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I guess I do wonder if maybe MSAA is not on. Okay, so I don't even know what it's clipping with. Sorry, I just kind of got excited that I was destroying that level so hard. Just write this down. Decreasing view distance, no effect. Decreasing view distance, no effect. And what else did we just test? It was decreasing view distance and multiplay. Multipass, no effect. Maybe it's when the faces are really small. Holy crap. Unity needs to get it together. Okay. And then... Okay. So let's go take a look at the scenes. This one had a huge problem. And it does have relatively small faces. Huh. Okay. Okay, I have a thought here. think that might be it. I think it might be because it was two-sided. And let's check that out. We have just enough time to check that, so that should be good. And if that works, it ended up just being kind of lucky. I was clicking the faces and I realized that I could see, I don't know, it just looked a lot like the visual bug. When I clicked the bottom face under this thing, when I clicked it and then rotated above it, I couldn't see the whole face. I could only see like part of it. And that reminded me of the bug, essentially. So let's check this out. If we get it, that would be awesome. If it's not it, then if that's not it, which I'm pretty sure that that is it at this point, if that's not it, then we'll mess around with making a cube that is not ProBuilder, and we'll see if maybe it's a ProBuilder problem. But I'm pretty much 100% confident it's the double-sided shader. And all my years keep slipping away. Okay, cool. And right, so this is no longer double-sided. It is not. Okay. Show me the money. Oh yeah, take that, visual bug, take that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's totally solved. Awesome. That's really exciting because that was literally the last thing that we had to solve for this to be. There we go. Yep, totally solved. While I won't say that I can speak to why exactly that was a problem. Because fixing the depth buffer resolution didn't have any effect on it. So I really can't speak to why that was a problem. That's really weird. It must just be some Unity bug. I think they're making a lot of pretty big changes to their rendering pipeline nowadays. And no, must get best time. Okay, cool. I think they're making a lot of really big changes nowadays, and it's I don't blame them for not being able to keep up with the bugs that they're generating, but that's fine. I mean, it certainly is possible it's not a bug as much as like my depth buffer resolution or something like that, but I don't know, I'd cut it in 4 and it still didn't change anything, so okay. Cool. So that will be it for today. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, on Monday, we will see if essentially we'll just basically need to go through and fix each material to make it one-sided. That way we don't have these problems. And then we will need to make sure that the levels still look good or make changes to the levels to make them still look good with the one-sided shaders. So that shouldn't be too hard. I don't think there's too many levels where it really matters. So we should be fine there. But thank you for joining today, Monday should be good. I think the game will be done on Monday. And see you then.